My name is Jon Linton, and I am a photographer. I've done a lot of things in my life. I owned an art magazine here in Arizona for the better part of about a dozen years, and I transferred into full-time photography about 8 years ago, but I've been taking pictures since I was a kid, so it's a hard answer to qualify. You know, I'd be an individual that would probably humbly offer that art shows up everywhere in our life. From the design of a pair of shoes, to a pen, a writing instrument, a coffee cup, our automobiles. I mean, everything has shape, form, design. So, you know, art is life, in my view. Particularly with photography, it marks a moment in time. And for me, these things are personal, so that when I look at one of my photographs, it takes me right back to that moment when I made that piece of art, and it's stamped forever in a record of time. Well, I think for most creatives, I think we're our own worst critics, our biggest critics. So for me, trying to create work that excites me, that keeps me interested, and continually trying to create a piece of art where I'm not complacent about what I'm making, where I'm constantly pushing the envelope and trying to create like the work that's behind me. For the last 5 years that I've been in this show, I'm very proud of my black and white photography, but this piece right here changed the arc and the trajectory of who I am as an artist right now. Interestingly enough, I studied with a man in New Mexico who was a master photographer, and he made me mindful of when I'm in a setting, whether it's a city that I'm taking photographs in or a landscape that I'm trying to make, to be very mindful of the surroundings that are always around me. That maybe I think this is the shot, but to be thoughtful that what you're shooting, look around, because maybe there's something else there that you didn't anticipate. And there's a piece behind you that's called The Road I Walk, and that was a photograph that I made, and it was a photograph that was strictly by chance. I went to a location to shoot a certain subject matter and found out that the piece of art that I made had nothing to do with what I had intended to take, and that was being mindful. So I'm very mindful about not only the work that I intend to take, but the work that might be the unintended consequences of being somewhere. This has been a transformative place for me. I have a body of street work that I've taken that's been celebrated, and it's called I Have a Name, and it's street photography. And I took a lot of street photography, and I've taken a lot of street photography, and I continue to do a lot of that work. But the street photography in this particular body of work that I've taken is very painful to take, to participate in. It's the photographs of people that are living on the street. And I started taking photographs in quiet places as a way to really just find some emotional restoration for the pain that the street photography was creating. So I was taking pictures of the Grand Canyon, I was taking pictures in Monument Valley, I was taking pictures in Shiprock, New Mexico, I was taking pictures in quiet places just for me. And I didn't intend on anybody seeing them. And I showed them to Susan, and she said, I think we might have a place for you here. So this is a special place. It's changed my life. And I didn't anticipate being here, and I couldn't be more grateful than I am.